Starve your flesh. Starve it. Starve it. Starve it. Starve the flesh. Because the flesh doesn't want you to win. The flesh is only thinking about itself. The flesh doesn't care about how you feel. The flesh doesn't care about your goals. Doesn't care if you're trying to do semen retention or not. The flesh doesn't care if you're trying to get rid of that bad food, that junk food that's been sitting in the house. The flesh doesn't care. You have to care more than the flesh does. You have to care. You gotta care. You gotta care. You gotta put down the junk food. You gotta remove yourself from the body of the flesh. You can't see yourself as the flesh when you're trying to make these moves, when you're trying to be better, when you're trying to self-improve. Why? Because the only thing that the flesh wants, the only thing that the flesh desires is for you to be the same person that you was the day before. Comfort. The flesh wants you to chase comfort. How asinine is that? It's crazy to me. It baffles my mind that we fall for the tricks of comfort, that we fall for the tricks of the flesh. If we do the same thing, we get the same results. We all know that. But what's more crazy is that not only are we doing the same thing, we're trying to do something different. And we keep falling for the comfort. We know if we watch TV all day, we're not going to be able to go outside into nature. I know if I stay in the house, I'm not going to be able to make the best video possible for the family. I know if I'm scrolling on my phone, all day long, I'm not going to be productive. I know if I watch things I'm not supposed to watch, I'm not going to feel good about myself. We know these things, and yet we still do it. And why do we do that? Because you haven't starved the flesh. It's because you believe you're one with the flesh and you haven't started to battle. Battle with yourself, your lower self and your higher self, your worser self and your better self, yourself that's your old self and your new self. You're gonna have to fight. You're gonna have to rumble. It's a battle, it's a war. But you think you can do it all alone. Now, when I fight these battles, I bring somebody in to help me, and that person is called the Creator. The Creator of the heavens, the Creator of the earth, the Creator of the universe in which we live, the Creator of the galaxies, the Creator of the unknown. That's who I want on my side. I'm not telling you what to believe in, but I'm telling you that this battle becomes a lot better when you got God on your side, baby. It does. I'm trying to tell you that this battle becomes a lot better when you begin to starve the flesh. Don't feed into the desires of the flesh, because the flesh doesn't care about you. The flesh only cares about what it can gain from you. The flesh only cares about what it can get from you, not how it can help you. All right. Okay, Malique. Okay, I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to understand it. I'm starting to understand it. I'm starting to get what you're saying. I gotta deny the flesh. I gotta prepare for this war in order for me to get to where I wanna go. But how do I prepare for this war? How do I prepare for this battle? How do I actually deny my flesh? For me, there's a couple things that we gotta speak about automatically. And it's not in no particular order. But the first thing you gotta do to deny your flesh is you gotta understand that this is your weaker self right now. You're weak. Not only do you have to admit that, not only do you have to confess that, you gotta look in the mirror and say that. Because it's the honest truth. You're not the best that you could be right now. You're weak. You're weak. And once you admit that, okay, I'm weak because I keep going into desires of the flesh, how can I become strong? When you do something strong, or when you become stronger, it's because you're doing the things that are hard. This is not going to be an easy process, man. This process is going to be hard as hell. It's going to be hard. So in order to deny the flesh, in order to prepare for this war, in order to be the best version of yourself, you're gonna have to do the hard things. It's that simple. There's no way around it. There's no ifs or buts. You're gonna have to put the junk food down. You're just gonna have to put it down, bro. You're gonna have to lock in to your goals. You're gonna have to put the things that's not helping you down. You're gonna have to fight it. You're gonna have to put things down and pick things up. So for me, I'm putting down the junk food and I'm picking up the healthy food, right? I'm putting down the bad habits and I'm picking up the good habits. I'm putting down temptation and I'm picking up life, true life. I'm picking up God. I'm picking up courage. I'm picking up strength. When you stop doing something, understand that automatically you're beginning to be that new person. You're giving up something, but you're also giving in. I'm giving up temptation, but I'm giving in to who God wants me to be. I'm giving up temptation, but I'm giving in to a better version of myself. I'm giving up the flesh, but I'm giving in to a better me. That's what it is. Are you going to give in to a better you, or are you going to stay the same? Are you going to stay the same? And quite frankly, bro, that's up to you. The choice will always be yours. But the first thing I got to tell you is that I believe in you. I believe in you. This is a conversation that we all need to have. Denying the flesh is something that we all need to speak about. Nobody's perfect. Nobody. We all got things that we need to work on. We all have desires. But I'm trying to tell you that you have to believe in the process. You got to believe in yourself. That's the only way. That's the only way. And when you're in that moment of temptation, when you feel like, oh my gosh, I can't do it, I'm going to lose, you got to find a way to win. Because it's a war, bro. It's a battle, bro. It's a battle. It's not just a battle of, oh, let me see how long I can go without doing this, or let me see if I can self-improve. Man, it's a battle for a better life. This is bigger than you think. It's gonna be your hardest task, man. And that leads us into number 2, denying the flesh. When you're trying to deny the flesh, you gotta understand that you can't do it alone. You know, for me, man, I invited God into my life and he helped me. And in scripture, you know, it tells you to deny the flesh. It tells you that the ways of your heart, the ways of man is not really the way that we should be going. That's what it says. And there's a reason it says that, bro. It's because everybody's falling for temptation. You know, people who don't have God in their heart, you can see it. People who don't have or believe in something bigger than themselves, you can see how they act. You can see how selfish they are. And I think, you know, when you are adding into the flesh, when you are falling for the flesh, that's selfish. That's selfish for you to sit on the couch and just eat food all day. It's selfish for you to not put in the work. It's selfish for you to not be the best man that you could be. I think it's very, very selfish. And the reason why I think it's selfish is because there's people that sacrifice their life. There's people that came before you to create you and to make you who you are today. How about God himself that put humanity on this earth so we could strive to be a better version of ourselves, and we choose not to. And I think every day that God wakes us up is a lesson that we should be, you know, taking time seriously. You know, and I think that's why I got a clock tattooed right here. You know, I got a clock. I need to remember time is one of the most valuable things that we have, and we really can't waste it. I think a lot of people choose to waste time. They choose to play around. They choose to enjoy life. And I mean, we could always enjoy life, but at the end of the day, it's not just about, you know, enjoying it. It's also about working towards a better life. It's also about doing a better job than what we were doing yesterday. And like, we got to believe in ourselves. We got to believe what we're working towards. And a lot of people don't believe in themselves. A lot of people aren't putting in the work. Like, man, denying the flesh means that you're choosing to be the best version of yourself. That's all. You're going to sacrifice the fun. You're going to sacrifice the alcohol. You're going to sacrifice the weed. You're going to sacrifice the drugs and the liquor, right? You're going to sacrifice those things so you can have a better quality of life. I'm not saying you can never enjoy those things if you work hard. I'm not saying you can't enjoy like a glass of wine if you put the work in over a period of months, but can you put the work in over a period of months before we even talk about that? Too much talk about celebration and not enough action and not enough work, not enough let me be who I need to be. Let me turn up. Let me be the best version of myself. I'm not hearing enough of that. I'm not. Brother, I believe in you guys, man, but you got to deny the flesh. And the second way, like I said, to deny the flesh is to invite God into your life. To invite God into your life, man. You know, I'm a heavy Bible reader, and it speaks about denying the flesh everywhere in that book. Everywhere. Deny it. It's that simple, bro. Like you fall in for the temptation, you fall in for the BS, you fall in for the nonsense, you fall in for your lower self, and it's like you destined for more. You destined for greatness, but you'll never know. You'll never know if you don't put the work in. You'll never know. You'll never know how good you could be if you don't go 100%. Man, I had a consultation with, my brother Sahar, man. Shout out Sahar. We have regular consultations monthly, and I'm tapping in with him, and he's saying, hey, brother Malique, hey, brother, I'm trying to be the best version of myself. I want to be him. How can I do that? And I told him, I ain't gonna tell y'all everything I told him, but I told him, you gotta go 100% in. Like, you gotta go all in. So if you're going 50% in, then you only seeing 50% of your potential. You going 30% in, you only gonna see 30% of your potential. But if you go 100% in, if you cut off all the distractions and you only about the action, if you put off all the play and you only about the things that's for real, then you're gonna see a better quality of life. And I'm trying to tell y'all that y'all need to go 100% in. Can we do that? Can we go 100% in? Why don't we go 100% in? Why are we half-assing the job? Why are we not going 100% in? It's pissing me off. The potential that y'all have is amazing. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Man, one of the coldest lines in scripture is when Jesus said, people will come after me and they'll do greater things than me. Can you believe that? Man, Christ himself said, people will come after me and they got the potential to possibly do greater things than me. Why? Because he showed you the way. Why? Because we have examples in life of people who are working towards excellence, and we're not trying to accomplish that. One of my favorite basketball players, I talk about him all the time, Kobe Bryant, man. Like, he maximized his NBA career. He did his absolute best. He had 5 NBA championship rings because he told himself, what would my life look like? What would my NBA career look like if I just gave it 100% and stopped complaining? So when you deny the flesh, you got to give it 100%. Be honest with yourself and ask yourself, am I actually giving my life 100%? Right? Be honest with yourself and say, am I actually giving my life 100%? Am I actually doing the things that I need to do on a daily basis in order to get to where I want to go? Am I actually doing the things that I need to do? Am I actually giving life 100%? Because I promise you, if you denied the flesh and you wasn't playing around with it and you were doing the things that you needed to do, you have a whole different life. You'd have a whole different life, bro. What else you got to do to deny the flesh? We talked about admitting, right? That's accountability. You got to admit. We talked about having the Lord's favor, having God's favor be upon you. We talked about the necessity for something bigger than yourself. We talked about going all in. You got to go all in so you can see your full potential. Fast. There's mixed reviews on fasting, but that's number 4. I understand. Not everybody wants to fast. Not everybody's gonna fast. Not everybody's supposed to fast. But when you're trying to deny the flesh, you have to fast, brother. You need to know what it feels like to go without food for a little bit. Skip a meal or 2 and just eat dinner. Y'all is not gonna believe me, bro. Bro, I just recorded like 20 minutes of just straight fire. Oh my gosh. Ran out of SD space. It's okay though, we getting right back to it. Like I said, bruh, cause nothing could get in the way of this knowledge and wisdom. We need to fast, bro. And it's not just food. I'm not just telling y'all to go hungry and feel hunger pains. Fast the favorite music that you listen to. Fast your favorite TV show. Fast your favorite movie. If you was gonna sit on the couch all day, fast that. What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is fast comfort. Yeah. We have to fast comfort. We can't be too comfortable. And I feel like people too comfortable. I feel like our brothers, man, we too comfortable. You know? If you're not willing to fast comfort, then maybe I'm wrong about y'all, man. Maybe I'm talking to the wrong group of people. Maybe we not purpose driven, man. If we can't fast comfort. If we keep falling for the temptation, maybe we not, maybe y'all, is it too hard for y'all? Y'all soft? What's going on? Nah, man, like, I believe in us, man. I know we could do it. We gotta fast the nonsense. You have to fast comfort. Because all that's gonna do is kill you. It's gonna keep you in the same spot. It's not gonna help you grow. And you just gotta do it for a day or two. You just gotta feel it, man. Feel how good you feel when you able to say no to something. You want that donut? No, I don't. You want that junk food? No. And you should be upset about that. Like, you should be mad about that. Like, be mad at the junk food, bruh. Be mad at the junk food. Be like, I can't believe you so unhealthy. I can't even eat you. You taste so good, but I can't even eat you. That makes me mad. You don't think I want a donut? You don't think I want junk food? Man, my favorite candy is Reese's, but I gotta deny the flesh. See, everything I talk about, I'm doing in my real life. I have to deny Reese's. Because for me, it's bigger than denying the flesh. What we're really trying to do is we're trying to starve it. So I gotta starve my desire for Reese's, for the junk food. I gotta starve my desire for the good things, the comfort in life. Because that's not really the good things. The good things is when you're able to go to the gym, you drinking your water, you doing everything that you said you were gonna do today. To me, that's the good things. The good things is when you putting in the work, you're being consistent, you're being disciplined. That's the good things. You're a disciplined man. Not a man that could easily be swayed, not a drifter. Napoleon Hill in his book, Outwitting the Devil, said that there's 2 people in the world, non-drifters and drifters. We're non-drifters, which means we don't move. We're sticking to our purpose. You can't get us out of our purpose. That's number 1. And we're also not going to quit. So when you fall for temptation, man, I just want you to know you quitting on yourself. You quitting on the process. You quitting on the man that you could be. You quitting on the man that you designed to be. Because you keep falling for the BS. So again, bro, we gotta deny the flesh, man. And I know y'all could do it because y'all ain't soft. Y'all some of the coolest men I know, for real. For real. Y'all got this, man. We just gotta stay on our purpose. We just gotta stay locked in, and you need to get a little bit more angry. The only way you're gonna defeat comfort, the only way you're gonna defeat the flesh, you gotta be angry. You gotta be angry, man. Be angry with yourself that it took you this long to understand this. Be angry with that. Be angry at the fact that you ain't been working on your goals and dreams. Be upset about that. Through that anger can come forth transformation. Be angry that, man, I can't even You know, like, look at this junk food. Look at the ingredients in this junk food. They're trying to harm us with the food. Be mad at that. That should be helping you elevate. That should be helping you grow. You feel what I'm saying, bro? That should be helping you. You know, that should be helping you become the best version of yourself. You know, be angry. Be angry that you're not where you want to be in life. You should be angry about that. You should be angry about that. Because that's what's going to fire you up, and that's what's going to keep you consistent. Man, it's a process and it's a journey, and I know. And I'm not expecting y'all to be 10 for 10. I'm not expecting y'all to be perfect. I'm not expecting y'all to be perfect. But brother, I do expect you not just to try, but to actually do. To actually starve your flesh and see what can come of that. Starve your flesh and see what can come of that. Say no to the BS. Say no. Starve the alcohol. Starve the weed. Starve it. Starve the addictions. Starve social media. You already know you on socials too much. Scrolling on Instagram, scrolling on TikTok all day long. I ain't saying you can't be on there when you've done all your work for the day, but do all your work for the day. And in the meantime, starve it. Starve it. I don't think we starving things enough. I think we accept things that don't really help us. And we're not doing that no more. It's time for us to elevate. It's time for us to be great. And make no mistake about it. I believe in you guys. I really do.